Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. It's me, Tactician Gaming, and I have quite an interesting video today. I will be showing you guys two different games on the Marine Nationale Jean Bart, the French premium battleship at tier 7. And one of these videos is going to be a high damage game that we lose, but I'm going to be doing a battle analysis over it, and the other will be a 60,000-ish damage game that will just kind of showcase it. But what I would like to note is that Jean Bart doesn't have a spotter plane, and this first game will be good reason for it. So first off, let's go over to my commander. I'm running the legendary Auxerline Dunkirk commander, Flammable Cannoneer for the extra range, gyrating gilbits for the traverse speed on the main gun, Megalovania for the faster reload speed and lower detection, and then Master Mechanic, give you an extra heal. Running with Scissors for the greater traverse speed and lower rudder shift time, and we don't care about dispersion. And of course, at tier 7, I'm just running Andrew Cunningham because increasing shell grouping is absolutely amazing. And then the build for the for the Jean Bart is pretty standard, same style that you'd see with something like Dunkirk. You get main battery mod, the target acquisition systems, steering gears, and the main battery mod. Let's go over her stats here quickly. 67,000 HP, nothing to sneeze at. 32% torpedo protection, kinda eh. Main battery is absolutely phenomenal. The 380mm guns, 2x4 all front. 12,000 AP damage maximum, 54 maximum HE saturation. Secondaries could be leave a little bit more to be desired, but it doesn't really mean too much. Maneuverability, 28 knots. You aren't the fastest thing afloat, but you definitely do have a little bit of speed. 850 meter turning radius with 12.4 rudder shift time puts you in a quite interesting situation, but nothing that puts you out. And then your detectability, you're a battleship, don't expect to go undetected. That's pretty much without saying. And yeah, we will go and show you guys the battle. So we got a map on Shards, pretty good map for Jean Bart altogether. We have an Iowa, Bismarck, Odin, Colorado, Nagato, all of these really good targets for the Jean Bart. And so let's just get right into the battle. What you'll first note here is our position. We have a York and a Gneisenau with us, so we have ample amount of torpedo protection if they decide to come with us, which you'll note they both decide to go their own ways here right off the bat. Yorker's going to push off to the right side and the battleship off to the left side. And yeah, gonna drop the good luck. The first huge mistake here, though, is this enemy Iowa, who's gonna give me her broadside and just get absolutely punished for it in about 3 seconds. 2 and 1 and a free citadel. So 29,000 damage easily racked up. And we're just gonna continue punishing this Iowa for giving me that broadside openly. Nagato is going to take a shot at me. Angle slightly, and because of that, we're just going to bounce the one shot that he actually lands. Iowa, on the other hand, we aren't going to get so lucky with, and we're going to need a few hits, but it's nothing too bad. Keeping targets on the Iowa. Nagato's going to stay where she is. Iowa still don't make the same mistake, so we're just going to fire again. And Iowa's going to take another sizable chunk to her HP. And we're going to also start here and start turning and keeping up, slowing down. And so here's where I'd like to note that the C flank after our fall of the Z-23 has fallen apart. And you'll see that here as it plays out. Our battleship and the cruiser over there don't have much they can do without any sort of spotting for small ships like the destroyer and their concealment, so that flank is pretty much abandoned, and the team doesn't realize that, so we're going to lose the C flank, which is going to be a big detriment to us later. But getting right back into it, I'm going to take another shot at the Iowa here, and Iowa's going to take another decent hit. 2 ricochets and a penetration gets us to 50,000 damage, so we're already doing a lot. Going to pop reload booster, take another shot at the Iowa, hoping for another Citadel, don't get it. Do get 2 pens though. Iowa's in not a healthy spot. Note the torpedoes a little too late, so I'm going to have to take one of them. I'm going to pop the damage con immediately to make sure I don't lose a lot of damage to the flooding. Requesting support from the cruiser. The cruiser is now only turned in, so we aren't going to get her support more than likely. Going to take another shot at the Iowa. Iowa now is about to take another shell hit. And yeah, we're already halfway to our damage numbers, so you're probably asking at this point, why is this game so being analyzed? Well, you'll note here, Nagato is making close to the same mistake that the Iowa did, and we are going to deal 2 penetrations to the rear. And note we're also getting smashed to the front. I'm going to pop the repair party to help counteract some of the damage that's happening. Iowa's still sailing away from us. We can take another shot at her. Note the salvo here. Doesn't do much. I'm still reversing to try to get away. You know what, I'm on fire. I have 2 fires set, one on the bridge and one forward of the ship. Gonna take a shot at Nagato. And yeah, we'll also note we just lost our Helena to the Odin. Again, just signaling that side falling apart. Trying to see if I can spot the destroyer in the smoke. Don't spot her in the smoke through with the guns, so I'm kind of if I do fire there, I'm blind. I obsess a little bit too much about it, which is my mistake here. Already popped the damage con, so I'm going to start pulling forward. I got 3 seconds left. Like I said, I obsess a little too much on the fact that the destroyer should be there. Our Iowa does get the Odin, so we do get some damage off. It's nowhere near a fair trade, though. The York finally starts actually coming in to help support Cap A. And this is already a little too late, because if he'd been in here earlier, we would have gotten that destroyer, but can't do too much about it. Future, retrospect on the past, Nagato gets bounced again. Pretty standard. You'll note the Nai's now all the way on the outside of the map, doing very, very little for us, besides the occasional shot. Yorick pushing in, was shelled by something, clearly, but he's not he was, no. I'm going to request intelligence data here. Nagato, again, is going to take a shot. I'm turning in now to see if we can start doing with the Nagato. Note, their New Orleans burns out our Iowa, so we don't have an Iowa anymore on that flank. So we've completely lost the sea flank for 3 ships, and very little damage exchanged on that side. While over here, I've done most of our damage and taken about half my HP in fire damage, so I'll be able to repair most of that off without needing to worry about too much. I'm going to continue forward, and I'm going to end up ramming this King George V to help try to push some damage off him. I'm a little too slow for it. So yeah, do land a really nice chunked hit against the Nagato, and I'm just going to continue going forward here because I need to cover the island somewhat. And here's a Bismarck coming up broadside. We're just going to nail this broadside here. You'll note dispersion is iffy, but still get a few solid hits, but everything is just around him. Gonna pop the next heal. Have one more left. You'll note here our cruiser, is going out to the middle of nowhere. The Amagi is now just starting to push into B, which is very, very late to be doing any sort of push. Nagato needs like 1 or 2 more shell hits. So I'm going to change targeting to the Bismarck, since it's the only thing I can see. Bismarck's a really good angle, but I'm still going to take the shot. I have the reload booster active. Make sure, hey look, I can see Nagato. Iowa does pretty nice shot. I'm gonna fire at the Iowa though, because Iowa is in the same kind of position that Nagato was in. So yeah, let's see how that goes. And we don't get lucky. I was hoping for some penetrating hits. And Nagato, he's gonna get shot at here. I'm gonna take another hit probably from this Iowa, but luckily Iowa's shells all splash around me. Take one kind of glancing blow from the... And here I should actually note that's from the enemy team. I originally thought that was the Amagi trying to tell me to come over to B, which I'm not going to do. And here I'm going to take a huge hit from that Colorado. And take out the Nagato. Take a punch to the mouth. And I was a target. Gonna take... we're staggered on our shot, by the way. So yeah, we're going to take one shot at the Iowa. And it is at this point in post, I realize I should have been slowing down in order to help counteract the movements off to my right. Keeping me behind the island would have been a better move. I'm going to take another shot at the Iowa, but I'm in no point where I should have been doing what I did here. I popped the engine boost. It's basically a waste. Iowa is still going to be in perfectly fine health, but staying behind this island would have been a better choice, and I'll soon regret moving out from behind the island cover. So getting right back to it now, Iowa is still keeping straight. The Colorado isn't watching me, he's watching the Amagi. Our cruiser is trying to help support the Amagi. I'm going to turn in, and here I realize their destroyer is right in front of me. Hoping I'm not going to get torpedoed, I'm going to take a glancing blow from the Colorado and their cruiser. So I'm in a horrible spot. That island there that I just mentioned a few seconds ago now looks like a much better spot. Looks like it would have been a much better spot to be in. But I'm already pushed out, so I have to do with what I'm doing. Gonna land a huge hit on it, and I go down to the Iowa. So here we're going to analyze the rest. So, note we've lost both the destroyers, 2 battleships, and a cruiser. And the Amagi is looking at the Colorado. The York is trying to push into B. Still hasn't popped a Hydra or plane as far as I've seen so far this game, which tells me we are in a horrible position to deal with this. He's trying to shell the battleship with HE. Pretty standard cruiser play. He's going to get spotted out by their cruiser, popping his aircraft, which means he's just going to get absolutely annihilated here in the coming moments. That's the AP of the New Orleans. Hits him again. He goes and fires HE at the New Orleans, does iffy damage, and he's just going to get annihilated here by the upcoming shell fire. He drops his torpedoes, I'm assuming aiming at the Colorado, but completely whiffs all targets that he could have been aiming for. You'll note here the King George V, the Gneisenau, and the Amagi all out in the middle of nowhere. Gneisenau trying to target the destroyer, I feel like, but should really have been either targeting the Bismarck or anything else. Yeah, there's that shots on the destroyer where he has no idea where the destroyer is. It's going to cost him here in a minute, his entire life. He starts to turn in to face the destroyer. He plans to drop torpedoes in the Bismarck. There's those torpedoes dropped. He's going to whiff those. Bismarck is going, secondary is just going to slowly whittle away at him, catch fire, and he's going to take a hit from the actual Bismarck itself. Enemies take B, and he's targeting the Bismarck here, and he goes and fires his 2 forward guns. Now his guns aren't going to do too much to the Bismarck. And here you also realize that, hey look, he's continuing to slightly turn. And if you don't know what that means, with knowing where that destroyer is, he's about to give the destroyer an entire broadside torp, which ends his life. King George V, still targeting the Bismarck. And the Amagi is whimsidaisically also in the middle of nowhere. So we have 2 battleships at different HPs. Amagi takes the right choice in targeting the Colorado, and so when he's going to punch the Colorado, he's going to do a fairly sizable hit. You'll note here he gets the high caliber. Colorado is low, and he's just going to continue turning, trying to help steer off a lot of the damage. Note, he's got fighter here and not spotter, so that plane choice isn't going to help his dispersion at all when firing. That's another big mistake. I would always recommend spotter plane, unless it's Ragnarok, which you guys will see a video on later this week. But Amagi takes another shot at the Colorado. He's going to deal one shot to the Colorado here. The rest of the salvo, kind of eh. You can see there splashes all around. Colorado's going to go invis. Takes 1 hit, I think, out of that. Colorado can't hit the Amagi, but the Amagi is getting shelled by the cruiser, who becomes the new target. And Amagi's guns just take 1 good shot into the cruiser, but he's just going to continually get shelled here. We'll also know the King George positions up by the island. Amagi gets the Confederate. So King George V is in a position right now where he can be shelled both by the destroyer and the Bismarck he's trying to 1v1. And note the scores are pretty close here. But Amagi and King George V are just so low health that it's not even worth arguing about. Still targeting the Bismarck. The destroyer is just going to start working with the cruiser to start shelling him, and Amagi is going to take 1 more shot at the cruiser. Hits 1 shell hit. The Fletcher gets the Amagi. And this King George V isn't even saved by the time, as he gets ripped apart by the Bismarck. Bismarck gets Dreadnought. And yeah, 120,000 damage and plays 2nd on the team? Yep. And yeah, let's get on to the next game. So yeah, our 2nd game will be on North, another really nice map for the Jean Bart to be played on. You'll see here in a second. Centered up in the middle, which is really nice. Vladivostok is the only battleship at tier 7. They do have a Lightning. Lightning is scary, don't get me wrong, as any other ship, but I'm not too worried about a Lightning. Pop the engine boost immediately to help me start picking up speed. We're going to start, my main goal is to push A if I can, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it, so it's all just a matter of speculation of how this is going to go at this point. I really want to duel the Vladivostok in all capacity, but if he's not going to Hey, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Signal the horn because everyone likes popping the horn every once in a while. It's like another sign of good luck, like saying good luck to your team, but eh. There we notice the Vladivostok. He also has got us. I'm going to take a quite hefty shot lead. And I'm not going to get anything for it. He, on the other hand, is going to get quite a few. He's going to get 4,000 damage in the shot and a few nicks. I'm going to take another shot. And here I'm being stupid and giving him full broadside, but it's going to hurt a little bit. I'm hoping he's actually targeting something different, but then I come to realize, no, I missed target, so I'm going to take a fairly decent hit. Can take another shot at him, trying to see if we can get a better exchange. Here you'll catch up front of me. Colorado, Fiji, and their Lightning. So they got a pretty good team out in front of me. York. Fiji will show up in a second. Take a shot at the Colorado. Colorado isn't going to like this shot. 2 penetrations across the bow for decent damage. The York is still trying to go help support. And you'll see there's a closer cruiser when you're looking in that image. Yeah, there's that. There's Miyoko. Miyoko is going to come across my bow and set me on fire, but in turn take quite an overpen, but it'll come back later. Starting to reverse. Get 3 fires, instantly damage on it because I'm not one for nuisance in dealing with fires. York is going to be absolutely eaten up by the team. Try to get the kill, but I'm not going to. Colorado still holding out in the middle of nowhere. Pop the heal to start healing off some of the damage I've taken. Colorado comes back up. Still reversing. You'll note here he starts to accelerate, so yeah. My shell dispersion still going to get me 1 over pen. Enemy team's Fiji finally comes up. And what you'll see here is this Fiji is instantly targeted by most of our team at A. Lightning gets our Ignis Progatio. Not too surprising since Ignis Progatio's got a low HP as it is. I'm still watching this Vladivostok, see if he's going to do anything. He's not. This Fiji, on the other hand, is just about to get blown out of the water. In just about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and goodbye to Fiji. 1 Citadel, and there he goes. Fiji takes out her Belfast, though, so I was a little too late to the party there. We lost a battleship and 2 cruisers for 2 cruisers and a destroyer. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Lightning here shelling me. Gets 1 fire. I'm not too worried about it. I'm still going to focus on this Colorado primarily unless this destroyer comes up at point blank range, which he very well may be, but I'm going to just work on dealing with this Colorado for now. Colorado comes broadside, but oh, there's that Lightning. Hey, Lightning, do you want to take 1 shell? Just drop 1 gun. If I need it, I'll drop the other one, but no, he's gone. Colorado coming across the front. Here comes a whole bunch of torpedoes that I predicted. I'm going to have to take a few of them, but it's not going to be too damaging. There's 1. There's 2. In the position I'm in now, I can just go and use to dodge the rest. Take out the Colorado Zero turret. Miyoko at this range comes to torpedo me. You'll note the heal and the damage con was popped. Miyoko here is going to take a few good salvos. 2 overpens and another 3 overpens. So yeah, Miyoko goes to their Benson. Vlad gives me a punch to the face, which hurts, but I'm in no position. There's those Miyoko's torps as I go and dodge those with relative ease. Colorado takes a shot at me, lose a turret, and Colorado is going to burn me out here in just a few seconds. There I go to the burnout. And 63,000 damage, pretty decent game. And we'll just speed this up to the end. And just while you guys are watching the sped up section now of the rest of the battle, thought I might drop in and say that we do have a Discord now, and if you guys jump in there, you guys will be able to see videos if you guys are subscribed, not only by notification, but also Discord telling us. And we are trying to build up a large community there, talk about a lot of games. You guys might, we'll be doing stuff on Discord as well, private Discord streams and all that. So you guys, if you guys hop over in the Discord, join us there, and yeah, we'll try to keep up most recent information. And with that, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Let's you guys get right back into finishing up this battle. And yeah, guys, that's the end of this battle. Vladivostok barely makes it out with a high caliber. And yeah, that's the end of this battle. 63,000 damage, middle of the team, still get 2 kills. And with that, I'll leave you guys to the end. So yeah, that's the intricacies of Jean Bart, and quite a powerful battleship. At that, there's a lot to be desired. Well, there could be more to be desired with Jean Bart, but I love her as she is. And yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.